Hi everyone, thank you very much for joining me today. I must apologize for not uploading a video last week. We had 2 days where the garden maintenance people were in, so there was a lot of mowing of lawns, tree surgery happening, and it's not just our flat or our block of flats where this was happening. It was also happening to the flats on the other side of us, and my patio doors basically open onto our gardens and onto the gardens of the block of flats next to us. So it was just very, very noisy, but it meant that I could get done with some journal making. So I hope these show up as well as I think they should. I basically made three fabric journals, which I'm very proud of. It's something new for me. I've not tried it before. This is basically based on the Nick the Booksmith carpetbagger journals. Mine is maybe not as rat packy as hers, and so yeah, so let's do a flip through of the three. I will be listing these tomorrow. My current hardback journals that I have available in the Etsy shop, they are all actually on sale right now. So if you are interested, do pop along. I'll try and refresh the Etsy shop link. It would seem that I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's just not working properly. But literally, if you just Google my little shop name, M's Ephemera, all in one word, you should be able to pick it up via Google. So yeah, here we go. Let's start with this one. I basically made the closure out of vintage sari silk, and I have this absolutely adorable little charm. Opening it, here is a pocket with some ephemera I've sewn over here. This is not the Lady Edith vintage book pages. This is something else from the 1970s, which I like it a lot. It's got a great patina to it. Something else that I actually made this weekend is boho beads, basically to attach to these journals, and I absolutely love these. I've listed 3 in the shop. 2 have already sold, so I'm very, very pleased and chuffed with that. I've included basically this one where it says Nature Journal. What I've done is the paper that I've included, that's not been tea stained. This is sketch paper. So it's ideal for somebody who is, you know, an observer, or alternatively wants to do some artwork in it. This is a fantastic, I've got a mushroom encyclopedia, and it broke my heart, but you know what? They look amazing in these books. So I've torn some of these pages out. This is the Larousse dictionary pages. What I've done is I've just reinforced, because the paper is really thin, I've just reinforced it here with some washi packaging tape. Some coffee dyed paper. This is from a 1970s book on insects. I've sewn along the edges to create these pockets. Some lovely birds. This is, I've got a really large book with vintage maps in it, and again something that I've been hoarding and just decided that I needed to you know, get rid of. This is the one side of the Rutland map, and on the back here it will tell you a bit more about Rutland. This is basically, what do you call it? You know when they allocate flowers to your birthday. And because I made this journal in June, I basically used some June pages in it. I just love the flowers. These overblown roses and things are just my favourite things ever. Some more of those pages, some lovely bird images. All of these are from books from the 80s and 70s. Another page with the insects and dragonflies. Dragonflies are just, there's something really magical about them. I just created that little thing in there for to do a little pocket. This is an envelope pocket. This, where did this come from? I have no idea. I need to tuck this in somewhere, but there we go. Another one of those sketch papers, birds. These little pages fold out. I don't really want to cut them because the images are just so lovely. And that was the post coming through the door. Here is another little tag that I've made. I hope you can see. I tied these off doing the pamphlet stitch. The other small mushroom pages over here. Some more of the sketch and journaling pages. More of the French Larousse dictionary pages. Another of the little flip throughs so that we can just preserve those images. This is the other side of the envelope pocket. Here is the other side of the sewn pocket that I had made with this little botanical image. Come on. Oh my days. I will fit it back in. Some coffee stained paper. Sorry, I'm flipping through it pretty fast because I've got two more of the journals to come through, and I'm worried that we're going to run out of time. Cute little tag inside the other little tuck pocket. Here I stamped on some shrink plastic, made sure I punched a hole through it, and then just shrunk it through and attached it to a little ball pin, and it looks really pretty, and it's very, very effective and nice and light as a charm to dangle off the fabric tabs. And then here what I've done is I've created a little tag. What am I saying, a tag? No, I haven't created a tag. I've created a pocket to tuck some goodies in. I will be sure to add little extra bits of ephemera and things in there because it looks absolutely adorable. The fabric itself, this is very beautiful, expensive vintage sari and Indian fabric, vintage lace, more vintage lace, more vintage lace. This is a Tim Holtz book plate, and yeah, it looks beautiful. I'm very happy with it. I think whoever gets this will be absolutely very, very chuffed with it as it is. So it's one of a kind. It's one of a kind. So let's put this aside quickly. second is the very first fabric journal that I made. This one, I've got a fabric printed image here, which it took me ages to manage to do this, but I love it and it looks really pretty. And the fabric I bought from a local fabric store. It's quite thick, it's beautiful. I love the fleur-de-lis, and what I did was I had some fleur-de-lis charms in stock, so it will match. So I've just added that to my closure. I just love it. It's just, oh, they're just so scrummy, very, very tactile and yummy, yummy things. Right, this one's closure closes on the inside, as you can see. There we go. This is one of the seed packets that I decorated and then glued in so that you can add some of your ephemera here. This is printed vellum. It's from one of the Tim Holtz paper pads. This is some lovely, what paper is this? This is moleskin paper that I stamped with an image, I think, from Maki Stamps. If you don't know about Maki Stamps, do go and check them out. They're two ladies in Germany, and they specialize in really beautiful vintage and antique style stamps. Here we go. Actually, you know what? No, this is not from Maki Stamps. I think this might be from 100 Proof Press. I'll look it up and I will let you know. Sorry about that. But if you don't know either of these stamp companies, definitely look them up. Some beautiful papers from the 1970s. Here is a little belly band with another seed packet that I decorated. Very handy little spot. From here I'm dangling this cutie. I had so much fun making these. The fabric, the little bits of jewelry and beads. I hope you like them too. They just lend a certain, I don't know, something. This is coffee stained paper. Some vintage music paper. Beautiful florals. Cute little stamp. This stamp is from the English Stamp Company. Cute little bit of patchwork over there. A very sweet little ticket. This is beautiful handmade paper, cardi paper, and hand torn by me. Much drama trying to tear that properly. This is a little tuck spot for you to add something in. Again, the repetition of the fleur-de-lis image over there, which I created. Another little bit of collaging. Oh, these papers are so fragile. These are I think they're from 1920s maybe, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I picked this up whilst I was in Porto in Portugal a couple of months ago. The weather was absolutely vile. I would not recommend going to Portugal in vile weather because there's not much to do. This is another little image that I put inside one of the Tim Holtz rings and made a little charm out of. This is vintage lace attached to the coffee paper. Another little tuck spot over here. Some stamping by me. Oh, there's something about this music paper that is just absolutely scrummy. Another little tuck spot. I just felt that this bit of orange needed to come in here. I don't know, you know, it just was there, and so I thought, okay, well, I'll just glue you down. These are little student study cards and index cards, which I really like. They take coffee and tea staining very well. Some more stamping by me. A little bit of collage work there with a transparent little butterfly. I love this flash of purple blue. There's something very yummy about it. Here is a little label tag that I've also just stamped. I love these clips. Some more collaging by me. This image was stamped by me. It's from Blade Rubber Stamps. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful bee. Just also stamped by me. Here I created another little charm, also attached to a bulb pen. This is one of the Tom Holtz little tags, and then these are a variety of little beads that I've attached, which I just love. This little leaf is just the prettiest thing, and I love the colors. And the other side of the vellum, and then in here is one of the pockets from the seed packet that I made, and tucked at the back here is a little booklet with scraps of paper, so you can do like a mini collage, or you know, you can pass it on to a friend. So we've got that one there. I mean, just look, it's so pretty. There we go. Here we go. So this one was really the one that I had the story for because of this young lady. This, I think, is one of the Prima images. I'm not entirely sure. I threw the packaging away, but I do think it's a Prima. The fabric that I have on here is all about sailing and discovering, and in my mind this young lady left home having just married a young captain maybe, so she decided to travel with him. I've attached her here on the back of some scrum, some lovely lace. The laces that I've got on here is all vintage. None of it has actually been dyed. You know, so it's like the natural colors, and it just looks gorgeous. Again, just how scrummy are the beads. But let's go inside. Let's go inside. It reads artful, which I quite like. So in here, what I've done is I've got this beautiful binding in here. I've created a little tuck spot for one of the seed packets. Here's another tuck spot with some tags. I've used books pages from the children's encyclopedia. They just incredibly soft and creamy. I love them. This is one of the other boho beads that I had made. The colors are just incredible. I love it. I love it. I love it. Coffee stain paper. Beautiful creamy paper to write on and journal on. This is pages from my punch book. In here is an envelope, and inside the envelope is a little note card, so another journaling space there. Here, some more coffee stain paper, more coffee stain paper with this little tag that has this young lady as the little dangly charm. Another little tuck spot over here, and a tuck spot over here with some goodies in it. Oh, aren't these butterflies lush? And the paper is really thick also, just gorgeous. Gorgeous. I do love it when I can find tags and bits of paper that just makes me having to create them, you know, far easier. Another little dangly charm over there with some beautiful beads. This is glass. I think it's glass from Czechoslovakia, or what's called Czech glass. Another little tuck spot over here with some little tags. This, what I've done is I took some vellum and basically just backed it onto card, just to give it some solidity, so it can be the little tuck spot there. Another page from the children's encyclopedia. More gorgeous butterflies. Some artwork, not artwork, what am I saying? Some collage work here, some sari silk, the beautiful little bird from the 1970s, I think. And this is paper packaging all the way from Crete. Some vintage lace that I've glued on here. Vintage lace over here. Adorable. Adorable. Adventure awaits. Some more coffee stain paper. I made these little tags. They're very cute. Or well, not tags, but little tickets. More beautiful vintage lace. I'm not going to trim it. I quite like the, you know, the fact that they can be a little bit dangly. The same with this. I thought this silk matches here perfectly. Then some little tags in here in this little tuck spot pocket. And then on the back, some more. This I had a lot of fun doing. This I cut out using dye, and then behind it, I don't know if you can see, behind it is some Tim Holtz vellum paper that I'd put on white cardstock, and then just the design is you know, a floral arrangement of some sort. So what I did was just putting this over it basically draws your attention into the picture, which I quite like. Cute little tag over there. Some more beautiful vintage botanicals. Here is another little belly band tucked behind some, you know, with a little pocket tucked behind the little belly band with vintage lace. Another little envelope with some tags. And over here is some beautiful vintage lace over here. And we end here, and this is another small little booklet that just lives in the back there. And that's basically my 3 fabric journals. I hope you like them. As I said, I will try and get my Etsy shop link to actually work properly. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for the new subscriptions. Thank you very much for all the comments. And again, many apologies for last week and unable to actually, you know, get onto YouTube to actually film a few things due to the noise level. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a lovely weekend and week ahead.